Hey y'all, in this video I'm going to be showing you a speed build on my Feyre and Rhysand customized Touch of Magic outfit that I designed. So this is Feyre's dress that I designed, and I'm going to show you a speed build. Alright, and here is the look at Rhysand's build that I did. His is pretty easy. It did use a lot of it used all of the item limit that you can use, but sometimes doing a tux is hard. So let's start with our speed build of Feyre. So first with Feyre's look, we're going to go over to wardrobe, and I'm going to show you, her eye color, the crown, the hair, the earrings, those things before I do the speed build of the dress, so you can get her complete look if you would like. So for her crown, you are going to scroll down. This is the crown you got at the beginning of the game, and it is the Sun and Moon crown, and I figured it was very fitting for Feyre's look. Then the gloves, they come from Tiana, I believe, maybe the Star Path right now, but they were perfect for her tattooed hands. Alright, and then for her earrings, they are the Frozen earrings. So, let's see. There's like purple ice shard earrings. I use the blue shard earrings for her look. And then her hair, I used this style right here, because it just screams Feyre's hair when it's down or whatever. And I know that a lot of times they use it braided, but I use the braided version on Nesta instead. So this will give you like a really good look for her if you want it to look as much like Feyre as possible. Also, I did her eyes, and they always talk about her gray-blue eyes. So I used the cat eye, and then I did gray and blue, and I used this eye right here to make them big and pretty. Alright, so now let's go to the speed build of her dress. Alright, so to start Feyre's dress, I started with the black long sleeve dress, as you can see here. And I'm using every single one of our layers that we can use. And you may be better at this than I am. You can just use this as inspiration. So first I did a nude triangle to give her that low V-neck look. There's a second layer of it. I'm not quite sure why. And then I wanted it to look like she had a midriff, so I did an upside down triangle in the nude color to look like skin. Then you want to go in with the those squares that fade all the way around to give her that midriff look. And you want to do it at the sides too, in that area, so that way it gives that sheer, kind of sensual look around the breast area. And then I did the sides of the dress as well with the nude to give it that sheer where it goes from like solid to sheer looking. And you want the midriff to look a solid color. Now you could do away with some of the sheers. And then I went into the arms with the blue sheer because I wanted her dress to have a blue look, and I wanted it to fade up to black because we're going to make it look like the sleeves are kind of sheer like to show more skin. Then you also do the same around the dress to give it that faded into blue to black look around her dress. You will also do that around the breast area to give that effect at the top of the dress as well. And you want to do that sheer look. You can take the nude sheer off that area, but it doesn't look quite the same where it looks like a little bit of her skin showing underneath. You will also do this around the back to make sure that it looks like the material goes all the way around to give it that connecting look around the shoulders and the back. And then this embezzlement is in the flourish. I did it on both sides. You can mirror that. And then I did it large in the middle, so that way it's the same design, so it looks like it's cohesive. And then you also want to place it around to give it that lacy look around the midriff area. You also do it down the back because it almost looks like tattoos. And you want to do that all around her because it really helps give that lacy look and sheer for that sensual look. You will also do the same designs on her shoulders, and it just comes together when you mirror it. Say if you're going to do it on one arm, do it on the other. And it gives like that nude look, even though I did gray, like her skin's kind of peeking through in some areas. I also did this flourish to where it was all over the dress because you want it to have a whimsical look, and this only uses one layer. And then you will mirror it, and it'll give that very lacy, elegant design for her Starfall dress. Then I went in and I added the frozen snowflakes. And when you place one, you want to mirror it so that way it is in the same area, facing that way it's symmetrical. Then you're going to add it to the back at a smaller size and mirror it so that way it's symmetrical. Next, you're going to add a smaller snowflake in the middle, in the front, and then a smaller one on top of it. So that way it looks cohesive. Now you can do whatever design there you want. It reminded me of like stars for the night court. You will then do that same in the back, but you will have to do it on one side because there's a seam in the dress, and you will mirror it so that way it looks like it's cohesive. And you have to do the same thing again. And that ends up using 4 layers right there. So some of these takes up layers, and that's why you can only do so much. Because this is not a modded. Anybody can make this. Lastly, I added some blue swirls to give it this final look. So there you have. That is how I designed Feyre's dress. And it's just gorgeous. And how it fades with the blue to the black. It's giving a very Starfall night court look. Next, we are going to do Rhysand's look. And to start with, you have to change over to a male. And then you're going to want to change his hair. I did the short hair, and then I did black with a little bit of grayish looking highlights. Not really gray, it's like a brownish kind of tint. Added him a little bit of scruff. And then that is just some regular black shoes. Now let's get into his tux. Now I will say his tux was a little difficult to do. So for Rhysand's look, you want to also give him the wings. These were from the first Halloween Star Path, I believe, or they've come up in the premium shop. So that's what you want to start with. Alright, so then I went in with like a silver gray look around and try to shape out a tuxedo. Now you can do this however you want. I did it the best way I could because sometimes this is hard. And I didn't want it to have just a straight look like this. So I went in as I went all the way around, and sometimes to get it all the way around it kind of messes up. And then you want to curve it around to give it a collar. And then I added some black in to give it that kind of like where it comes in look, to give it kind of a rounded look. And then I went in with the rounded square instead of the rectangle, and just kind of placed it so that way I could get it to look as cohesively as I could. And then I went in with the bluish flourishes to give it more of a elegant look, and he seems to be kind of like, his character just seems to be a little extra, so you just want to add those little flourishes in wherever you feel they would look great. And so that kind of gives him that tux and vest look is what I was going for. I have to practice with the men's clothing. Also, this floral swirl is I added one, and then I added another to the arms to give him that look down his arms, kind of like mirror his tattoos. And then I did it on his back, and I mirrored it so that way they looked together. And there you have it. And there are some layers left on this design to where you can choose however you want to do it. But I really do love his design, and I may make another one of him and his Illyrian leathers. But I really liked how it turned out. So those are my speed builds of Rhysand and Feyre's looks that I use Touch of Magic to build. You do not have to have a modded account to build these designs. I stay within my layer limit. I will be making speed builds of Cassian and Nesta, and then Elaine as and Lucian later on their outfits. If you would like to see those, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, this is my Starfall room. I use the space windows, I use the celestial columns, and a lot of the frozen um, items to create this look. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.